Okay, if you're planning to do a timing belt on a J series Honda, like 3.5 liter, 3.2 liter, 3 liter from the 1990s, I think 96 is when they came out to today pretty much. The first thing you want to do is get the crankshaft pulley bolt out, and that's probably the hardest part of the job. So after you get the inner wheel well out of the way, the plastic out of the way, this is the next thing you want to try before you do anything else, and that's because these things are really hard to get out. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about this topic. I'm just sharing my experience, what happened with me with this 2013 Odyssey, and what I went through to get this bolt out. It is loose now, finally. I just kind of want to talk to you about the steps that I took. Okay, so the first thing that you can try is an impact, right? See if you can get it out with an impact. It's a 19 millimeter socket. And they sell these really thick-walled sockets here, 19 millimeter. I guess there's extra weight to them, so they impact a little better, but also they won't spread and maybe won't break as easily. There's a Lyle version, like a brand name one. This is just a cheap Amazon knockoff one. I'll put links to a couple of these down below. Probably a good thing to get. They're only about 10 bucks. If the battery-powered impact that I use doesn't work, you could try a heavier impact. Like I got this big electric one that takes most things out for me, but even it wouldn't do it. Maybe if you have bigger impacts or big truck stuff or something, it might work, but impacts did not work for me. Okay, after the impact, the next thing to try is leverage. So in order to turn that bolt out with a big breaker bar or something, you need to hold the crankshaft pulley. There's these tools that are sold. They're quite common. They're not expensive. They're on Amazon and other places. I'll put a link down below as well. There's a 1/2 inch cutout here for a ratchet or an extension. And there's a place here in the crankshaft pulley, you can see, that accepts that tool. And you just want to set the other end of the tool up against something solid, like in this case, this bracket here will be nice and solid. Okay, now that that crankshaft pulley is braced, we're going to put leverage on it. So I use the 3/4 inch tools. Okay, a lot of these YouTube videos, these ones that you'll look at will show 1/2 inch extensions and breaker bars and things like that, and they often just snap or they just bend and they won't put the torque on. I thought 3/4 would be enough. So that's what I did next, and that's what you can do is try leverage. So I've got 3/4 inch tools here. And you want to support it with a jack stand, because you've seen some of these tools explode on people. You don't want somebody trying to hold this on this end. You can support it with a jack stand. Okay, with the 3/4 inch breaker bar and extensions in place, it's time to apply the leverage. So this is what I tried next. 4-foot, 1 inch pipe, iron pipe, black iron pipe. Got 4 feet of it here on this heavy duty breaker bar. And you can see how this goes down to the middle of the front door. Like this is, I thought this would be a lot of leverage. There's no way that this wouldn't work, right? So again, I've got this out since, and I'll tell you how I got it out in a minute. But I was hanging on this thing, hanging on it. This thing was bending down, like down to about here, and still nothing. It would still not break loose. I think what was happening is these 3/4 extensions were just twisting, and that bolt would not budge. And I tried it, and I tried it, and I tried it, and it just didn't work. Okay, I'll mention also that heat can help here, and I used heat all the way along the process. After the leverage didn't work, you know, I heat around the bottom part of the bolt here for a minute or two with MAP gas, or propane if that's what you have. MAP probably works a bit better. And I did that many, many, many times and tried that big long breaker bar a bunch of times. It just would not budge. Okay, now the final option is to try something that I'm not recommending, but it's what I did, okay, and it's what a lot of people do. It's to use the starter motor to get this bolt out. So I've got a shorter extension here. Again, my fancy socket, I got a step down here to 1/2 inch and a 3/4 inch extension, and the breaker bar going on here and bracing it under the bottom part of the control arm. Okay, not the top this time, but the bottom. And you'll notice here, what I've done is I've just tied it with a tie strap here. just to the shock, just to hold it up in place on that control arm for when I crank the motor. So here's what I did here. Get it all set up like that. And then I went and I just tapped the starter. And what happens here is, now first, if you do this, I'm not recommending you do it first of all, but if you do it, you should disable your fuel pump, like with a fuse or the ignition or something, just so it doesn't actually start. But the motor starts and runs clockwise. So when you bump the starter, it's turning the pulley clockwise, but the bolt can't turn because it's held with the breaker bar, right? So it's held here. It wants to turn up, but it won't. It's held by the control arm, and that's what cracked the bolt loose for me. It's worked for other people too. And I was, in fact, able to get it loose. All right, and as I mentioned, I'd already gotten this one loose. And after I cranked the starter like that, I came around and thought maybe something broke, but sure enough, the tools were still in place, and the bolt came out. And interestingly, the bolt, it's not covered in rust or anything like that. You know, I was also spraying penetrating fluid in here the whole time. I don't think that really does anything because it doesn't look like anything got in here. But they're just really tight. They're really seized in there. I don't know whether there's some sort of Loctite on there from the factory or what, but that's what it took for me, is to use that starter trick. Again, if you have heavier tools, maybe instead of 3/4 inch, maybe 1 inch or 1 1/4 inch, big heavy duty truck tools or something, maybe that would work. But this is what I had to do. Anyway, hopefully that helps. Again, not recommending you do any of this. Lots of bad things can happen, but it's what I did. So thanks for watching. Now, if there's a topic that you'd like to see on our program, write to us. Motor Week, Owings Mills, Maryland, 21117.